Alright, this is an update to an installation that I did on a winch. This one's going to go, this one's being posted on my personal channel because it's just kind of an addition. But I might also post it on LeboView. If you want to check that channel out, just look up LeboView, all one word. Basically, I'm in my little shelter here. I picked up a mower the other day. You can take a look here. It's a zero turn. It's a twin cylinder, kind of nice. Does a good job. I got to mow with it briefly before the weather. That's why I'm kind of in here. It was raining just for a short period of time. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in to the back of the truck and take a look at how I put this battery and a solution that I came up with that'll work for anyone, and it's cheap, and I suggest doing it. I think it's a really decent idea. But let's go out here. There you go. It's my battery box. I didn't want to pay for one. They were only $19, but I'm sorry, $13. But I wanted to get a bigger one. I wanted something more substantial. I can paint it. Anyways, real basic. Just some wood out of an old shelf that I had, a couple shelves. And I'm not a woodworker. That was my extent of how to do a dado with a saw. Anyways, you can see the batteries in here. Of course, the winch cable's running over. Alright, here's the solution that I'm telling you about. I had to find a way to either vent the entire box out the truck, maybe drill a hole here. It's like $64 for a kit for an RV, and then put a vent all the way through. Or buy a gel battery, which was very expensive. I shouldn't say that. You can get them at Sam's Club for about $100, but you're supposed to have special chargers that desulfates them and does a fast hot charge, and then a slower charge, and then a maintaining charge, a float charge. And I don't have those chargers. I have two other battery chargers, and I have a solar panel that I've had forever that will clip onto this and give it a 2 amp charge, 2.5 amp charge, to keep it charged for a while if I'm off somewhere. But anyways, my problem was if I put a gas battery, a lead filled battery, a wet battery as they call it, it needed to be vented. So I went down to the wrecking yard. It was 25 bucks for the battery, $5 for a core. I didn't have an old one. And built this box real quick. And this is my solution. This is 3/8 inch, I believe. I'll tell you here in a second. This is 1/4 inch ID times 3/8 inch OD, and it is made in the USA. And then there's some kind of part number. But basically, this is some sort of a chemical resistant tube, and I've got a T-fitting from a scrap out. I'll use a flashlight just in case. A scrap out that I did years ago. But if you look here, if you get one of these batteries that have the vents on the sides, all I did was slip that over there. It's tight. It's really tight to get on there. But I know plastic over time has a tendency to do some weird stuff, so I went ahead and put those little zip strips on there. And again, I don't know how well this is focusing in for you, but what an easy way to do it. I mean, the battery is now fully vented into that tube, and of course the gases, it'd be best if I go up with them, but I mean the gases are going to escape regardless. And then the tube comes out the back of the box. I'm going to try to move this box out of the way to some extent so you can see here. Let me lift it up just a little bit. Now, I didn't want this tube to collapse and get smashed, so on the back of the box I just placed these two pieces of wood that are screwed in, and they keep it from the box going all the way against the wall and smashing everything. And then this piece of wood here keeps it from going too far to the right over that way. And I cut a hole in my bed rug, which I wasn't real happy about. And let's see here. Basically, on all these trucks, they have a drain for their the bed in case it gets wet back here, to go out. And you can see that all I did was enlarge that hole slightly and push that tube through. And I'm thinking about doing some sort of a hard line there, maybe a brake line, just for peace of mind for me. I'm a little bit anal when it comes to some of this stuff, and I don't want it to be a problem. But anyways, there's your solution. So I'm sure somebody's had a problem with this before, that you could buy a vented battery box. They're about $70 from Battery Mart down in Virginia, and I should say a sealed box, and then you could vent it. But you have to vent the entire box then. You have to allow the fumes to come into the box, which the box can handle it, the expensive one can, but then you need to get a vent kit of some kind. Now I could have fabricated a vent kit for the battery, and it would have worked out okay, but or for the battery box. But you know, this is the easiest, cheapest solution. I'm going to take some photos of this and post this during my editing. Maybe I'll pop in a photo and skip to another part. But anyways, if you're wanting to install a winch in the back of your vehicle, a battery will run it fine. I mean, I pulled that mower up with the winch. I don't know how heavy the mower is, and it does have hydrostat, but I mean, it was dumped, so it rolled fine, and has weights on the back and that. And I got it up in here, no problem, and I checked the voltage on the battery, and it hardly dropped at all. And I haven't done anything since I got it from the wrecking yard. I need to put a little charge on it possibly, but it does well. And it's only 650 cold cranking amps, and I think that's about I think it says 120 reserve minutes. That seemed kind of high, but this is a group 24. It's kind of tall, and if you look, you can kind of tell the box. I made it big enough, and I just put spacers down in there. And when I mean spacers, I mean scrap pieces of wood. Again, I should put the light down in there. Maybe you can see a little better. Scrap pieces of wood to accommodate any kind of movement that the battery may want to do. It's going to stop it, so I'm not pinching anything again, so there's free flow. And now if I want to go to a different battery or a gel battery later down the road, I've got the ability to put it in this same box. Now I need to secure the box, obviously, from sliding back, even though this thing's really heavy. I don't want it to move around too much. And I was thinking about putting hinges on it, but I do like the fact that I can get in there relatively easy. And it's just got some of these case latches there. Reminds me of whenever I was in school and band. It was instrument case. But that's it. Thanks for listening on this one. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. But I think that this would work for pretty much anybody. So what you want to do is look for a battery that has a vented top, but it's only vented on the ends. They make vent kits for, like my Buick LeSabre, the battery's underneath the back seat in the car, and they make vent kits specifically for the Buick LeSabre. You could do something like that if you want to buy a brand new battery, or if you have an old battery and you have a car that came with a vented system. I think the Chargers, the new Dodge Chargers that have the battery in the trunk, they have it also. But anyways, this is a cheap way to do it, and I hope that somebody else can learn from this and possibly do the same thing, and like I said, keeping it on the cheap. I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.